你好，我们是全杰科技，我是高金海，我们现在开始为您做教学展示。
GeoStudio gives you an option to look at the details of what has been defined and look at the details of the results that have been computed. And one of the more common ways of doing this is to look at the view command, and we say view object information and view results information. And we have done this in several different ways at several different times. And to those of you who will be participating in the SLOPE or SEEP workshop, you will see us use this command a lot. For example, in SLOPE, we have a command that says view slice information. We use that command a lot to inspect the details of the analysis. So we have shown how to use view object information, slice information, results information several times elsewhere, but there is a couple of other features that I want to highlight at this particular time, and I would like to do that by going and opening up the file called SEEP from Picture that we referred to earlier in this session on using GeoStudio. Going to GeoStudio then, and I have opened here the file SEEP from Picture. I am looking at the analysis in the define view. I'm now going to go to the results or contours view, and as already mentioned, we have view results information. I can click on any node in the mesh and get the detailed results at that particular node. The list gets too long sometimes, so we can display it as categories and group the results. Makes it a little bit more convenient sometimes. And we can say all. Alternatively, we can look at Gauss points, and this is, we display it as a Gauss region, but this is really at the Gauss integration points where this data is computed. Zoom back into the all objects view. One thing that is not so readily evident is that if we were to look, for example, at the node at the base of the cutoff, then I can hold down the control key and select at the tip of the second cutoff, and now I can compare the results at those 2 points. I could add to this list a long array of points, but the 2 points is adequate for inspection and demonstration at this point. So I have 2 points. I can numerically look at the data at these 2 points. This data can be printed, copied to the clipboard, and so forth, but more importantly, what I want to demonstrate for you is that this data can be exported, and we say export. And I've already done this, but I'm going to select this file, and notice that we are exporting this as an Excel CSV file. This is a particularly useful file format in Excel, and if we are going to save it as a CSV file format and we say save, we want to replace the existing file. It opens up Excel, and you can see that all of the data that we saw in GeoStudio has now been transferred to an Excel spreadsheet. And in this particular case, it's perhaps not all that useful, but if you were to select a group of nodes, you can then look at the flow, for example, the water flux, In this particular case, these nodes have none, but you could sum in the Excel spreadsheet particular values. You could create plots and so forth. The point here is that this data can be exported to an Excel spreadsheet in a CSV file format. And then, of course, as I hold down the Control key and I select more nodes, then I get more columns of data.
全杰科技，谢谢您，再见。